It sounded better in your head, didn't it?
Yeah.
The button has been pushed.
The button has been pushed.
Oh, are we live? We're live.
Kevin's up in La La Land.
All right, I'm supposed to start, right? Episode 34 of The Game Sandwich begins now.
Did you seriously say Sammich sandwich?
No, I said sandwich.
Fired.
Fired.
Kevin will be replaced next episode.
Or the weakest link. We are taking applications.
I thought that. No.
If you want to
Made
apply,
up
feel
for
free to
that.
send your resume to feedback@gamesandwich.
Apply within.
Oh, you guys suck. Okay, fine.
The only requirements are that you make ridiculous noises all the time.
Okay,
Sounds about right.
that's pretty
Be
good.
the most qualified host.
And you act like you're on cocaine 24/7.
So, we are going to start today with amazing, well, not so amazing, but pretty damn good footage of Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, it's gameplay footage, and it is linked on the show notes, but it was 16 minutes of gameplay footage that I watched. I didn't watch all 16. I fast-forwarded in 4-minute increments because of my ADD, so I probably watched about 3.5 minutes of it. But it looked really good. And I'm not sure. I believe it's coming out for both next-gen consoles. I don't know about PC, but it looked really nice. They said that the just kind of the starting zone that you start in is like 14 times bigger than the whole entire Dragon Age 2 game. So that's kind of cool. It looks like Skyrim.
All the other ones have come out for
person.
PC, so I assume it is, but I can't remember if I've heard.
I'm assuming it is.
specifically.
The gameplay footage looked pretty good, and I'm assuming that it's either. It even looked good for PC. So, a couple of frame rate bumps that I saw there, but I'm sure those will be ironed out. So I'm excited, even though I think it's going to be EA again. Whatever. But that was the big video kind of debut that I saw out there, and I think I linked just the direct YouTube to it on the show notes. Anybody else have console news? No, Bart's not here, so.
What's a console?
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. It's where they don't develop indie games. That's
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Wow, that is a lie.
It has Ouya.
That's true. Yep, you have a console.
Oh yes. Yeah, it's sitting around here somewhere.
in a pile.
One of these drawers here.
Oh, nice.
Played
That
it for like
worked
an
out.
hour.
Towerfall is on PC now, so.
Oh yeah, so you don't give a
There's no
shit.
So what you need, fantastic segue, is the gaming keyboard mouse for your couch.
For real.
For real.
For real.
So if you click on that link,
Well,
And
this
yes,
isn't
Right
this
now.
isn't interactive.
it is.
There's only
what
2
else-
people that have access to that link.
And everybody, click on this link. Ruckhat, the semi-cheap game peripheral maker that makes other crappy shit, made a keyboard mouse for you to sit on the couch and play your video games on your Steam box. Anybody? Yeah. I think it looks pretty cool. It looks like it would mold to my obese thighs, and I could then game comfortably with a large mousing surface and a keyboard that doesn't have a numpad because, it doesn't have a numpad because you won't need a numpad. Anywho,
Actually, that would probably work pretty good for my recliner setup.
see, that's what I'm talking
crazy
about.
robot monitor arms. That would be excellent.
Mm-hmm. So,
Sold.
I'm excited. I don't know how much it's going to be. I don't think there's a price. It's kind of still in development. They have a little demo video on the show note link that I have put up there, and it looks like every kind of PC gamer's dream, because I hate the controllers. I suck at doing anything with a controller. So if with Steam streaming, you can set up your home theater PC to play your streamed games and sit on your fat ass while using this device. So this is a win-win-win-win situation. Yes, do.
Excellent.
The next one is about the MMO that I've been waiting to play forever, and I think this is probably Ern's segment here. So please tell me when I can play this fucking game.
Well, Tryon just announced, I don't know, today or yesterday, I don't know, in the last day or two, the closed beta portion of their testing phase is starting July 17th. So if anybody pre-ordered beta packages from the, I don't know, what are they calling it? Fucking suckers. Anybody that bought
Sucker
it,
pack.
the sucker pack. Anybody that bought a beta version rather than the alpha, like apparently Kevin, I'm thinking Kevin is a sucker too. But anyhow, that begins July 17th. So watch for announcements there. There's actually some giveaways and stuff right now that I saw some people posting. I couldn't tell you what site they were doing beta giveaways on. I'll get back to that. I'm going to guess on who it was that posted it. I think it was Joel. But yeah, Alienware and Rixty are giving away some beta keys for that. I don't know if it's temporary beta keys or permanent ones or what's going on there, but I'll put those in the show notes if anybody wants to check them out.
All right.
That's all I got on that.
Oh, I meant to put this in the console news, but Destiny beta is coming out, ramping up. People are getting very excited about Destiny.
Apparently the pre-order's already sold out for the up package.
And I think you get 3 keys per person.
Host or something.
Yeah, something like that. So maybe
know.
you can play with your friends in the
You don't have any friends.
in your Destiny. I know, me either.
This is the only human interaction I have. Is this show?
That's it. That's the only meat space, sort of semi-meat space. Speaking of pre-orders, I read a very interesting article that I think everyone should read about pre-orders and how they suck. I'm segueing into my Asian segment here, but it was an article. I forget where it was at. It was a Polygon article about kind of the sham that pre-orders are, and it was actually an article based on why he's not going to pre-order the new Alien game that's coming out, Alien Isolation, which looks pretty damn good. But it's about getting burned on so many pre-orders and how it basically helps publishers and helps no one else, and how they keep raising the ante on pre-orders by throwing more shit in. And it was just kind of an interesting ecosystem overview of pre-orders and how, in this guy's opinion, and in probably lots of people's opinion, it doesn't help anybody but the publisher of the game to fulfill their numbers, their pre-order sales. Yeah, read that if you're ever kind of pissed off at if you've ever been pissed off at a pre-order that didn't turn out well, or a pre-order that just ended up being a shitty game, because I think everybody's been burned.
Oh yeah, I guess there's a couple of different sides to that too, though. Like that sort of implies a large publisher and the game is going to be made no matter what, right?
Right.
So it's not really anything to do with like the Kickstarter kind of a model where if you don't pre-order enough pre-orders, then they're just not doing it.
Right. This is assuming
whatever. So it's like a certain type of pre-order.
Exactly. This is assuming you're EA or Sega or some huge company that's gonna fucking pump out the game whether it's shit or not.
Yeah. Your pre-order doesn't actually affect whether it's coming or not.
Right. This you should probably still support your indie, Kickstarter games if you want to see them get developed, because otherwise they will be half done. And
you could still get burned, but just for different reasons.
I'm trying to see. Yeah, that was a good article actually, and there's GameStop, the evil villain that it is in there as well. So some good stuff there. I'm gonna hop back up to the indie news, which of course. Take it away, Brad.
Of course, that's me. Who else would put anything in the indie news? I'm single-handedly keeping that section alive.
I have once. Don't go there.
That's true. You have. And everybody thought that it was me, which was hilarious.
They did too.
But yeah, so No Man's Sky is coming out next year, and it looks insane. Completely procedurally generated, like space exploration kind of thing, and I don't even know how to explain it. You have to watch the video because it's just like the scale of it is too hard to explain. It's sort of a little bit like the closest comparison that I could think of is like the ending like space phase of Spore, where you just kind of go in planet to planet and exploring and doing all kinds of weird shit, but like massively larger than that, and in first person, sort of fully realized 3D environments. It looks insane. And GameSpot, for the last couple of days, have been doing like a daily video thing where they've been talking to the developers about different sort of aspects of the game and how like the actual technology works for procedurally generating everything. It's just really, really interesting stuff, and it looks awesome, and I really hope that it turns out to be at least somewhat like it seems like it's going to be, since it's like a year or something until it comes out, so you never know. But it certainly looks cool, and the developers are very enthusiastic about it. And they have like crazy, like mad scientist eyes whenever they're talking about the algorithms behind the generation, and that's kind of hilarious. So yeah, No Man's Sky. Look it up, watch a video, and you will be amazed instantly by the trailer, I am sure.
I'm gonna have to do it. Actually, I'm gonna cut the show short and just
gotta go
do
buy
that right now.
Yeah, let's just end it there. See you next month. Go
I want
watch
to be.
the trailer.
I want to be amazed. I want to be amazed. So, speaking of amazed, Asian kids are amazing, right? In this video, okay.
I don't
Is
even.
this the part of the
I
story
don't
where
even.
we have to fire
Whoa!
you again?
Time out! Time out! Is this where we have to mute and?
No. Asian kid picks up
See?
Game Boy. Awesomeness ensues. Okay. So they
The
did.
lawyer on the phone, don't worry.
They did. They did a segment where they gave kids of different ages, you got like, 6-year-olds to 12, I think, or 14, gave them an old school Game Boy, and they tried to figure out what it was. But the one Asian kid, without spoiling, you all gotta watch, just right in the heart, man. He knew what was going on. He knew the Game Boy, and it was pretty awesome to have someone of that age, even though he may be Asian, and of course he's smarter by default. I mean, still, it was pretty cool. But it also made me feel wicked old because these kids are like, why is it so heavy? Why does it have batteries?
Why is it only black and white?
Right, why is it only black and white? And then he even like had the magnifier portion with the light on it. Remember that contraption?
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
actually still have a Game Boy in my junk drawer, and it works.
So it was funny. I enjoy the kids' reactions, and some of them were pretty priceless, as only kids can actually say that shit with a straight face. But yes, the Asian kid was spot on. He like started reciting Nintendo history, and I was proud of him. I was proud to almost be Asian.
It does make me feel old.
Moving on. Half Asian.
Good idea.
Moving on. Grim Fandango. I don't know what that is. What is this?
You're fired again.
Oh my God! You can only fire me once. Actually, if you fire me twice, you would have to rehire me.
Isn't that the website where you buy like movie tickets
Horror
and stuff?
movie ticket. Horror movie.
No. In fact, that's probably like Fandango or something. Yeah, but no, it's not. It's an old LucasArts adventure game. Classic LucasArts adventure game that they're coming back. Double Fine has the rights, I guess, to it now, and they're remaking it and bringing it back to like modern PCs and stuff. It's one of the first sort of really 3D point-and-click adventure game kind of deals. And it's just really, really good. You'll probably recognize it if you see screenshots or something. You guys are both old enough that you should recognize.
You're calling me old.
Old bastards.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that you're old. And you
So
should recognize
it's gonna
these
be
ancient games.
remastered for the PS4, PC, Mac, Linux, and the Vita.
Yep.
No Xbox.
Oh
Sorry.
well.
That was not an authentic fart.
I think we might be having some visual issues on the feed.
Visual issues?
It's loading for some people, and other people it's loading, but it's not
Google
loading.
is shitting on our show this
Yeah,
week.
we had some
So
problems
whatever
getting it
happens,
going.
happens, I guess. Not much we can do about it now.
That happens every week. It sucks.
That is
Let's
true.
sue class action. Google.
Yeah, let's get on that. So
It's
yeah,
coming.
Grim Fandango. You remember that classic LucasArts game, and you should. It's coming back. Good times.
And it looks like it might be good.
It's a really good game. It's one of the best adventure games if you like that style at all.
Like in the style
That there have
of
been.
The Walking Dead and Telltale games, sort of, or
Sort of more puzzly.
okay.
More puzzly because it's from early '90s or whatever the hell it was.
Okay.
So more like the old Monkey Island
Okay.
style stuff.
Yeah, Monkey Island was puzzly.
I don't know exactly what they'll do with the remake, how different it's going to be, mind you. But the original, at least, was more puzzly.
It may have
lots
no
of humor.
puzzles.
Yeah, maybe.
It may be puzzleless and not puzzly.
Maybe. It's hard
Could
to
be.
say.
Could be. Is that it? Is that all we have for news?
I think that's all we have for news, but what have you been playing? I assume games of some variety?
I've been playing games, yes, of some variety. I haven't had too much gaming action, but in the last month, I have been playing Dead Space 2. I've moved on to Dead Space 2. I'm like halfway through Dead Space 2. I left off at an area where it scared the shit out of me, and I have not returned yet. There are there's the creepy motherfuckers, right, that peek out from
Why are
the
you
boxes.
such a vagina?
Listen to me. Bart is also a vagina, but there are these creepy
I know
motherfuckers
he is.
that come out of look at you from the crates, right, and then come lunging at you, and you have to freeze them and shoot them, and it kind of scared me. I only did it one time, and I could not go back to it, so I haven't revisited that game. I went to something more friendly, Tropico 4, which I got on the Steam sale, which I really enjoyed, and I've sunk 8 hours into that game, or 10 or 12 or 15, but it's fucking hard. I didn't realize that being a corrupt Colombian political leader could be such a chore, So I'm assassinating people and killing people and building churches at the same time, and that's a really fun game, because I can build Catholic churches, kill people, and people still love me. It's amazing, and I build these
Just
giant.
like the Catholic Church.
Right, exactly, and I build these giant buildings and cram fucking Mexicans in there. And it's amazing. Good game. I don't think they're Mexicans, honestly. They're probably Colombian or something. That's racist. And what else? What else did I play? Hold on, there's more.
Maybe they're just Portuguese.
They could be Puerto Rican too. So I bought Serious Sam, and I have not played a Serious Sam game since Serious Sam HD, maybe, or was it Serious Sam 2? I don't fucking know. But I'm having a blast at that stupidity of the guys running at you in hordes of 100. And you having to run for your life. So I did play a little bit of that. I'm still trying to get through Watch Dogs, which I enjoy, but I have to actually take the time. I can't just play it 5 minutes at a time because I'm still trying to get through the main story quest. So that's more of a time suck. And I played WildStar, which WildStar I really actually enjoyed, but Ern gave me a 7-day key, and I played it. I enjoyed it a lot, but I don't have enough time to invest in it. It is what WoW probably should be now, but isn't. And I've heard mixed reviews. I think it did a great job at being what WoW probably should have been the last 2 or 3 years. So I got the wows when I started playing it, I felt the first time I played WoW, which is an accomplishment in of itself. Very good game, very polished. Got nothing against it, just don't have the time to play it. But it's very good, and I think Ern might still be playing WildStar. I'm not sure, but good game. I enjoyed that, and I think that's probably it. Yep, that's definitely it. I'm done. Who's next? Who's on base? Better.
Aaron, what you playing?
Well, that can segue that into, yes, I am still sort of playing WildStar. We were down at Bart's house over the 4th, and I got his wife addicted to it. I let her play on my account for a day or two, and that was all it took. And so she wanted to play it, so we made him play it. And we had a huge LAN party in their basement, and everybody, if they didn't already have a trial account they could play, they bought it. And it was like 4 or 5 of us that just sat in the basement all night playing WildStar. And we all started new characters, and we tried to stick together with the quests and stuff. I don't recommend, if you haven't played WildStar yet, I don't recommend questing with people. It's fun in theory, but on paper it sucks balls because everybody's got a different path that they have to take, whether you want to do a scientist or an explorer or a settler or whatever. Like, you have these side quests that are like all ADD-like, and they distract you from your main quests that you need to do, and shit just gets crazy, and you end up standing around waiting for somebody, or somebody standing around waiting for you, and it's just, I don't recommend, if you're looking for a game where you quest with other people as you level, you're not going to have a good time, especially if you're trying to do it with like a full party of people. I don't recommend that. The game is, I did give it a second look. I think I talked about it last show. I had just gotten into a new trial. I had just gotten into a couple of days worth, and I did end up buying it, and I got a little farther into it. The player housing is pretty amazing. It's a lot of fun. You can customize like everything. That's pretty much where I've kind of had the most of my playtime, I think, is playing with the player housing and, spending all my gold on crap for my player housing. And the cool thing is like with the housing, you and your friends can put random challenges inside your house that your neighbors and friends, like, you can designate people to be neighbors or roommates or whatever, and they can come visit. Depending on the permission level, they can even edit your housing for you. But some of them have like random challenges in there. Like, my sister's got a random challenge in hers. It's like a huge tornado, and it flings you up in the air, and you have to break all these crystals as you're being flung up, and then you fall back down. You have to break all these crystals in so many seconds or whatever. And if you complete the challenge, you get like purple loot. You get pretty good loot out of doing those. So if you have enough friends and they all have something in their housing, then it's a fun time. You don't really have to play the game. So I don't know. I've been having fun with that. I haven't really had a
it's a fun multiplayer game as long as you don't want to play with other people and you don't do the quests.
Spot on.
The dungeons are a
it.
blast. I just mean like trying to stay on the same like static questing with other people. That part sucks. But dungeons and stuff like that, those are fun. They're chaotic and a blast. I have so much fun doing the dungeons in that game. But the dungeons and the player housing are kind of what I have found the most fun in that game. But I don't know. I got back into Final Fantasy XIV as well. We're raiding. We're on turn 8 right now. We're getting really close. I don't know if that probably doesn't mean anything to anybody that doesn't play, but we're making progress. And then I also time synced half of my life into Banished again for whatever reason. I have no idea why I decided I wanted to play that game, but I probably tanked about 100 hours into it over like a 2-week span because I just wanted to Netflix binge, and that was the only thing I could think of to do at the same time, and I did. And they were supposedly fixing a lot of like back-end algorithms and stuff like that to make it so your whole settlement didn't die in 10 minutes. They kind of did. My settlement was doing great. I was getting the population up, and everything was good. I had a good stash of food. I had a good stash of like everything really. And then I hit like 90. Like, the goal is to have 100 settlers for X amount of time. That's where all your like Steam achievements kick in and stuff like that. I was so excited. I'm at like 92, and I'm like keeping everybody alive, and we're doing good. I get like 96 or 98, something like that. And the whole thing shit the fucking bed. Like, every player just started dying of starvation. Like, my food supply went from like way too high to like nothing in like 4.5 minutes. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And nobody was staying alive. And my population went from 96 to 27 in about 4.5 minutes. I couldn't even believe it, and I was just like, fuck this game. I haven't logged into it since.
Yikes.
It's my story. But yeah, it was fun while it lasted until that happened, and I was like, fuck this game. I don't even want to play this anymore. So I didn't.
All right.
Moving on.
Banish pissed me off too, and I only played like 4 hours.
Yeah, I put way too much time. Okay, Brad, go.
Go, Brad, go.
So yeah, I finished Watch Dogs, like the main plot and everything. I haven't.
How was the ending? How would you rate the ending on a scale of 0 to 11.5 and a half?
Sequel bait. That's what I.
Oh, really?
It's fine. Like it's fine.
Okay,
it's an ending, but it's definitely like. So can't you just wait for the sequel to happen? Because that's totally what we ramped up you for. But yeah, that's kind of what I expected from that type of game. I mean, clearly they sunk a shitload of time and money into it. They're trying to turn it into a franchise. It wasn't going to be a one-off game, but it's very, very clearly sequel bait.
So we're to look forward to an Assassin's Creed type of long in the tooth.
Probably
games,
but hopefully every once in a while some of them will be really great.
Right. If they get rid of
Assassin's Creed games have been awesome.
That's true, but they need to get rid of whoever the fuck voice acted the main character, because he was awful. There's like no emotion in his voice. He was just, it drives me crazy. They should spin off to the crazy fucking Asian dude. Here we go with the Asians again, because Asians are awesome. But that Asian dude is cool. He adds a whole funky layer to it, you know. Main character disappointed me, and that's the only reason why I say it's not a blockbuster game. Beyond the graphics that I got over, because it's still a good-looking game, is that main character's acting. Just overall, just everything about him made me want more, you know? So I don't know, but they could spin off. So, or they could,
And we'll see. I enjoyed it, and once I got the multiplayer working, which took a couple of weeks, I guess, for them to work out
good job,
the hell that was. Yeah. Once that was working like 100%, like that was really fun. Like jumping into people's games and tailing them around and creeping them out and hacking them and stuff.
Stalking people
and being stalked. Like suddenly just realize that there's an explosion somewhere a block down and that you didn't cause. Like what's going on? Things like that. So that was pretty fun. But I finished that off. Played a bunch of the side stuff, but I haven't 100%ed it or anything, and I don't know if I'll bother. But enjoyable enough. I started getting to Starbound again after its semi-recent update.
I was thinking about getting back into that.
Well, it's fun on and off. I don't know. It's not really my favorite type of game, like just sort of building stuff randomly like that and all that. So I haven't really gotten into it too much. But now and then I poke at it, and it's definitely interesting. Every time they add new content, like it gets more and more interesting.
Yeah.
So it's good times. Played a little bit of Sniper Elite 3, which the story is pointless, but the sniper action stuff is actually pretty neat.
I've never played Sniper Elite. Is it just sniping, like hiding in the bushes all day, sniping people? Are there like FPS elements to it?
There are. Yeah. It's an FPS that just happens to have decent sniper mechanics.
Okay. Because I was wondering, because all the previews I saw made it seem like I would just sit in a bush and snipe people.
You do a little bit of that. Sniper Elite 3 is a little bit better about being sort of more open, so you have different options of like how you want to handle the levels. There's different sort of routes that you can take and stuff like that. It's a little bit more open-ended. And it's pretty fun. I haven't gotten very far, so who knows. But apparently you get to like shoot Hitler and stuff, I guess, in the DLC or something. I have no idea.
Might be worth it.
So yeah, exactly. And sniping is pretty fun, so it's neat. And if you crank up the difficulty, you have to deal with like wind resistance and a few things that you don't normally have to in something like your Hitman games or whatever. It's just super simplified. So it just kind of adds an extra layer of sort of mechanics and difficulty onto it that's kind of neat. And the other thing that I've been playing is I reinstalled Civ 5. So I got to that. Me and April have been playing some weekend plus long games of Civ 5 again.
I
It's good
feel like
times.
on some level I'm a horrible individual for not being able to get into that game. I think I was just doing it wrong.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't know.
thinking that's I'm
I
thinking
have
that's the
zero
problem.
interest in playing Civ 5 at all. As soon as they're like, I'll just start a game, play it for a little while.
It's
Okay,
a time
weekend's
sink,
gone.
right? Yeah,
Yep,
that's what I'm saying.
weekend's
Like
gone.
everybody I talk to says that as soon as you start playing that game, it's like this time sink, and you wake up in like 4 days, and you don't know where because you've been
Yeah,
playing it like a
you're
binge style.
starving, you're sweating your
Yeah,
ass off, you really need a shower.
I didn't get that, and I don't know
You
if
didn't
it
do
was
it,
just
huh?
because I wasn't doing it right, or maybe I just didn't know how to play it. I don't know. I'm assuming I wasn't doing it right because I never got that at all.
Maybe
I
we
tried
should get
going
in
back to it.
on some of me and April's games, play
I'm gonna
multiplayer.
have to because obviously I need somebody to show me how it's done because
Have you ever been sucked into like any other like SimCity or the tropical things? I find that they're all kind of in the same boat to me whenever I get into the simulation games. It's always the sim games because I have a good track of time on other things, but just like April's post with her and her little captions, cartoon captions, that's totally me when I get into any sort of simulation game that gives me tasks and goals that I need to do because then I'm just lost. Like Tropico, I almost forgot to like pick up my kid from daycare because I was sitting there I'm like, must win, must build, must get more tourists. That was very dangerous. Eggs. Hello,
Yeah, the thing
CPS.
about the
I'll be right there.
civilization stuff is you're always like 2 turns away from finishing something, but you're
Right.
also 4 turns away from the next thing. So
From
as soon
finishing
as you
something
get that
else.
little bit of like,
it's like, oh,
I
just a little bit
accomplished
more.
that. Oh, but I could get there. I could
It's
do
a short
that.
range. I can do that.
Yeah, and it just drags you in until you're exhausted and starving, and the people in your life,
Hate
try to
you,
hose you
resent
down.
you.
Wonder if you're dead.
Exactly. You
You gotta
forget to feed your
poo.
children, things like that.
You get impacted colon, and it's bad.
Fuck Kevin.
What? Never happened to you? Oh, you
Your
guys ain't
boss starts
hardcore,
to call you, wondering if you're still alive.
You get fired and then rehired.
Sure.
No.
But yeah, lots of Civ. Lots of Civ. You can't play a little bit of Civ, so I've been playing a lot of Civ. That's about it, I guess. Because that takes up all of the rest of the time. However long that time is. Just all of it. I don't even sleep.
I don't believe that. Well, the last few things that I have to talk about is we have the contest going for the Android beanie. A fellow G+er made this doohickey.
That thing is cool.
It's pretty sweet.
It is.
And a friend of the show, Joe Delgado, for those of you that don't know who I'm talking about, purchased this from Jules, and she handcrafted it and sent it to me, and Joe donated it so we could give it away.
And Joe is a sweet guy. He's an asshole, but he's a sweet guy.
Joe's a total dick. But no, so we're giving this away. We're going to do a drawing on this beanie hat the next show, August 1st. I actually think it falls on the 1st. So we have a post on the news section of the website. So all you need to do is live in the U.S. and post a comment that you want it. That's it. There's nothing else. We don't like gimmicks or fancy crap. I'm just going to put everybody's name in a hat.
Even the people that watch this show could figure out how to do that.
Yeah, exactly. So far, everybody's been pretty damn lazy, though. So far, everybody's been pretty damn lazy, though, because we have one entry.
The subreddit.
Yeah.
There's like
Oh, yeah, we have the subreddit, too, that doesn't have much stuff in it. I see. I see.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
Brad post.
It is nice outside. Summer is here. They may be experiencing time in meat space. I don't know. That's a possibility. I'm just saying.
That sounds like something people with friends would do.
I think that's a bullshit excuse. But anyhow, yeah.
I tried to defend you.
We have it on the news page. Just type your name in there. I'm sure I can figure out who most of you are, but if you have a weird username on our website, tell me who you are.
If your name is foreign, it's automatically disqualified, or Canadian.
Yeah, those damn Canadians.
Good
We
for
are the
them.
worst.
So, I think that's it. Other than that, we need some more action over on the subreddit. If you guys got anything that pops in your head you want us to talk about, or something to spark conversation on the next show, post
Yes,
something
we could
over on the
have a
subreddit.
deep philosophical discussion about something if you post it, but you need to tell us because
Yeah.
Brad is very philosophical. He would love to get into and use his big Canadian vocabulary.
Sure. And the show can balloon up to 2 hours long, and it'll be
Yes,
awesome.
3 hours, 4 hours. We
Giant
can make it like
discussion.
Civ 5, and we could be here until we impact our colons.
Socio-political ramifications of Civ 5 playing. I like it.
See, right there,
do it.
there's the Canadian coming out. Public education bullshit.
All right, so I guess that's it. So
Yes, go
fun
into the
times,
contest.
episode 34.
Go into the contest so I can draw your name.
Yes, and look at my thumb. Isn't that weird? It always bends like that. It's horrible. Anyway, yes, I know it's weird. I've double jointed thumbs. All right. Yeah, write your name down, lazy fuckers, and win a beanie, and then Ern gets your address, and she sends you all sorts of weird shit after that. Watch out.
Supposed to save that for the winner.
Oh, sorry. Was that the bonus prize where she sends you tendons that she finds in her pork beef?
Getting
fuck,
a little
Kevin.
weird now. I think that's
You know what I'm talking about.
call it.
You people now have confirmation that you should be really glad that it's not Kevin sending out this beanie. Okay? 'Cause now you see what kind of fucked up shit you might get.
It's true. That's true. Wrapped in paper. Anywho, I'm done. Have a great
Okay,
weekend, everybody.
watch it, everybody. Cut it.